Man, here I was thinking that the Acolyte was going to be the bottom of the barrel for Star Wars in 2024, but then, oh wait, there's more, because we got a transgender, not a stormtrooper, right? Like, no, you didn't mishear me on that one. Disney and Lucasfilm provide the first official look at Star Wars' new transgender clone trooper. Okay, the clone trooper, the one-to-one genetic replicants of Jango Fett. One comes out to be trans. What are we even doing, bro? Who is this trying to appeal to? The Acolyte crowd, which is a day and night continuing to harass you months after the leak. You canceled their precious show that nobody watched. Are you doing it for them? Because everybody else just looks at this and goes, what happened to that franchise I used to care about? Holy crap, man. A stupid decision after stupid decision. Roughly 2 years after the character was introduced to a galaxy far, far away, a new released Star Wars encyclopedia has provided audiences with their first official look at the franchise's first ever transgender clone trooper. Which, Jesus, if you wanted to do something goofy like this, if you wanted to have a transgender character, like, the setting of Star Wars where you can go all across the galaxy, like you can have alien species that just have no concept of a gender binary, where sexual orientation means nothing because their reproductive capacities don't even operate on that spectrum. But no. You had to take the dumbest route possible. Because, okay, cool. If you wanted to have a transgender Nazi, I guess that's what you could do, or at least proto-Nazi this time around. They're clone troopers. They're not the actual stormtroopers, right? Like, at least they're individuals. They are imperial conscripts for the military, right? Like, you could have somebody who is independent thinking enough, okay, is mentally ill, that would end up signing up to be a stormtrooper. You could do that, okay? Somebody who was press ganged into a slave system, somewhere like that, okay? One of them could have come across to that through voluntary or involuntary conscription. I could understand that. But a clone trooper, this one doesn't make any goddamn sense. Making their canon debut over 2 years ago in author E.K. Johnston's 2022 prequel era YA novel. Interesting. Why is this stuff always aimed at kids, Disney? When are you ever going to beat that rap? Why do you keep on trying to make this child-friendly, gender-non-conforming stuff? Why are you doing that? The novel Queen's Hope. Very little background and information had been provided about the clone trooper in question. Born of a Camino cloning facility and named Sister by her fellow clone troopers, neither Johnston nor fellow Star Wars author Mike Chen, who penned the character's only other franchise appearance in the 2022 novel Brotherhood, have truly delved into the character's history, medical or otherwise. Exactly. Okay, cool. So you have a Padme Amidala prequel novel, something like that. Okay, whatever. Don't care. Truly, all that is known about Sister is that she served alongside Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin, and Commander Cody in the Clone Wars. Sure. Just like how Ahsoka was there, because that's Dave Filoni's OC, and that nobody ever mentioned them during the time of the OT, but she was so goddamn important. Anyways, and that she once held some reservations about whether the Jedi would accept her transgender status. Oh my god, this reads as a fanfic. Who writes for Star Wars nowadays? People that just want to write stuff that would get laughed off of DeviantArt and Tumblr. Lord have mercy. To this end, not only does Sister currently have little more character than any of the millions of other clone troopers seen throughout the series, but it's also currently unclear just how she came into her transgender ideology. Yeah, exactly. To play devil's advocate, it seems the eventual canon explanation would have to be based on a hiccup in Kamino's cloning process. Yeah, that only affects one person, then it just ends up going, you know what? I feel like I'm a woman. And it's like, no. You're Tamura Morrison, and shut your mouth. As otherwise, it would, imply that being transgender is simply a social choice. And, well, we don't want to broach that question, of course. No, not at all whatsoever. Upon her introduction within the passages of Johnston's novel, very little visual information has been provided for Sister's physical appearance. But, yeah, it's probably horrific. And the only confirmed information being shared in the same base attributes as her father, Jango Fett. Yeah, exactly. But yes, here comes E.K. Johnston, who just once again happens to also be transgender. Wow, imagine a female transgender author writing a transgender female character. Big shock, huh? To rectify the limitations of her medium, Johnston would commission artist Uzuri Art, to provide an unofficial character portrait for Sister, therein depicting the clone trooper as also having long braids and wearing a custom battle armor adorned with the colors of a transgender pride flag, which is exactly what would be allowed in the military. Just your own unique expression, right? Like, Jesus Christ, it's a fucking military uniform, you brain dead idiots. But yo, man, fucking why? Why? And as it's put here, yeah, Star Wars debuts a first look at transgender clone trooper after Disney CEO Bob Iger said he would remove the company from the culture war. Exactly. But no. This is not political. There's right and there's wrong. They're right, Bob. Lucasfilm and publisher Simon & Schuster revealed a first look at the male clone trooper, yes, pretending to be a woman in Star Wars: The Secrets of the Clone Troopers. Ex-user, Star Wars Holocron, who appeared to have purchased a copy of the book, is written by Mark Sumerak and illustrated by Alberto Buschico. Revealed the book includes a first look at Sister, a trans woman clone trooper. User added that Clone Trooper Rex, who writes an in-universe account of Clone Troopers, it's Rex, oh my god, it's so great, describes Sister in one-of-a-kind expressed gender identity differently than a fellow Clone Troopers. She featured, she'd have to hide who she truly was inside. Fortunately, her brothers in the 7th Sky Corps gave her name Sister as a constant reminder that she belonged. Yeah, because that would also be Sister's voice, because everything's based off Jango Fett. You're a fucking clone. Oh my god. But yeah, Simon & Schuster's book listing states, learn the secrets of the clone troopers in this interactive, fully illustrated guide for readers of all ages. Interesting. Who are you targeting this book at, Disney? Star Wars: The Secret of the Clone Troopers contains beautiful illustrations that will enthrall child and adult readers alike. Yeah, of course it will. The character's first appearance, E.K. Johnston's Queen's Hope, back in 2022. Johnston wrote in the post, her name is Sister because her brothers wanted to make sure everyone knew that she belonged. Yeah, exactly. She who still has to stand up to P like everybody else in the 7th Sky Battalion. Sister doesn't have a huge part in the book, so we didn't want to use her existence as a promo. I made her to be shared, not just with readers, but to be shipped across social media by a bunch of fucking weirdos that are out there. But with other Star Wars writers, yes, as well. Exactly. I just wanted to go out there. I just wanted to throw something out there I could use as leverage and job security. Yuck. P.S. She's functionally immortal. I mean, isn't that also canon breaking when it comes to clone troopers? Because they age at an expedited rate. That's why the Empire eventually had to bring in stormtroopers, because the clones were just no longer viable. Plot armor that makes Darth Maul look like a pushover. Oh wow, imagine that. They stick a trans chick in it and they make it lame and gay, and then they make her the most powerful entity known to man. Trying to subtly imply that being trans is a superpower. I hate you people. You're so pathetic. In an interview with Force Friends Rewatch, Force Friend to rewatch this crap. You won't have friends much longer. Johnston specifically wanted the character to interact with young Anakin. Of course you wanted a trans woman to interact with somebody young. Man, it's always projection with these freaks. And revealed that the idea to make the character so-called transgender came from Lucasfilm's story group. I bet it probably did, because Dave Filoni probably signed off on it. Oh my god, it's so great, and I can't wait to bring her in, and then she can interact with Ahsoka. I think rub lightsabers together. It'll be great. While discussing the notes that she received from her first draft, Johnston stated the story group was wondering if you could make Teppo a trans character instead. What? And I thought about it for 10 seconds, like, no, I can't. It's flipping a switch in this case, and then I was like, oh my god, you write like this, huh? I'm so glad that you work for Star Wars as a writer. Oh great. That, and then this, and then like. But did ask for another Anakin scene, so if it just gave you a trans character in addition to Teppo. And Sister was an idea that's been floating around for a couple of months at this point, and I knew that it was going to be a short scene. It was going to be very unsubtle, because of course that's exactly what you do. I knew I wanted to be with Anakin because I wanted it to be one of his most like Jake Lloyd moments in the whole book. Why did they always want to be with the kids? Why did they always want the LBG characters to be with kids? Why, huh? Why do you always write that? Why do you never want to elaborate on those thoughts? I really wanted the scene, I really wanted that kind of innocence. Of course you did. That's what you prey upon. That geniusness. No, you didn't. That immediate acceptance to shine through in that scene. Yo, man, check this dude's hard drive, because something's funky. Yeah, the inclusion of this character in Star Wars, Secrets of the Clone Troopers, comes after Walt Disney Company CEO Bob Iger claimed that he had removed the company from the culture war, and that Disney was not infusing messaging into any of its films or TV shows or books. Well, of course, because, Bob Iger's asked by CNBC, the woke thing has had more of an impact. You've said to me that you would love to just be out of the culture wars. Do you feel you're succeeding at that? Well, we could listen to Bob Iger's two-faced answer to that, Or we could just simply check the text and realize that it's all fucking bullshit and that Star Wars, yeah, in fact, it can get worse for them. They can now go back, rewrite history, and try to corrupt Anakin years before he eventually fell to the dark side. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.